Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Good to the last drop, as they say. Thanks for stopping by today to join the conversation. Came up in a client meeting last week. Somebody said, well, I like him, but how do I know that he's like the one? Should I stop dating? Well, you know what I feel about stopping dating. You don't do that until you've had an actual conversation about exclusivity. But how do you know if he's the one? What are the things you should be looking at? What should you base this decision on to keep moving forward, that things are looking good? Let's talk about this. That's what's coming up. Stick around. So things are going well. You really like this person. I'm assuming that if you're contemplating whether this is even relationship territory and you're thinking of it in those terms, that you've had 20 dates, you've been dating for 3 months, something around there. That's another episode about how to know if you're actually in a relationship or if you're just dating. And I think, or when you should find out if that's the case. But I think that if you are finding you have common values, if you are thinking that, wow, we share some interests, there's a nice overlap here. This is so cool. We like doing some of the same things. We're on the same plane. We enjoy our free time in the same way. We have kind of the same amount of free time to spare. That's a good starting point. Is he the one? I don't know. Do you communicate in the same way, in the same frequency that you find comfortable? Texting or phone calling or stopping by, does that kind of jive for you? He's might be the one if conversation feels really natural and you kind of have the same vibe around the ways, the time, and the means of communication. That's something you should be looking at. If you're a person who loves having long conversations before you fall asleep at night and he's still just calling on Tuesday to see if we're still on for Saturday night, but there's no long getting to know you conversation, then maybe you're not quite there yet. Maybe you just need more time to figure out if he's the one. But if all those communications feel really valuable and you learn something about that person, then you're on your way to figuring out if he's the one. How does he make you feel about yourself? Do you feel really comfortable around him? Like you can truly be yourself? Like you can be goofy if you're feeling goofy and you don't have to be self-conscious about that? Do you feel like he accepts all these different parts of yourself that you've been exploring and exposing during the dating process? If he's embracing all of those and finding them really pleasant to be around and cute and making you feel really comfortable with that, that sounds really promising. Has he introduced you to friends and family members even? Does he make that extra effort to make sure you feel really comfortable in those situations and to not push you into something before you're ready, or doesn't leave you alone with family members if he knows that you're a little anxious about this or it makes you uncomfortable in social settings with people you don't know? If you're a little introverted, he's not going to just shove you out there with grandma and leave you for a half an hour to be interrogated. Is he thoughtful in that way? And how did they treat you? Was it obvious they'd heard about you, that he'd shared information? He's so excited about having found someone special that they've all heard stories about how well this is going. And they're sharing with you, oh yes, he mentioned this time that you went there and what a great time you had. Or did it seem like they knew nothing about your relationship? Could be indicative more so of his relationship with them, but definitely a good sign if they are aware of how long you've been seeing each other and some of the things that you've been doing, and they've heard of you. Did you feel comfortable around his family and friends? Are they your kind of people? Do you feel like he associates with people who also share your values? That would give you insight into especially the friend part, the people he chooses to spend his time with. Are they the kind of people you would want to be hanging around with when you interact as a group, a social group? Would you have them over to your place, his friends? I think friends can say something about a person, but also be aware too that sometimes people have friends for different reasons, and that just because somebody's still a friend after many years, it could be because of a common experience or a bond they have from earlier in life. So you can ask him about his friends. How do you know him? Are you guys really close? Or conversations like that. If you're not sure that the friend thing is giving you the signals that you want in order to think this person might be your partner, future partner person, forever person. And also when he introduced you to friends or family, how did he act in those situations? Was he still the same person that you know and that the person you've been getting to know and enjoying? Or was it a Jekyll Hyde situation where you barely recognized the person he became when he was around his friends and family? Did he seem, I don't want to say proud, but did he seem confident in introducing you to these people and proud? Did he want them to get to know you and it seemed important to him for them to be introduced to you and learn more about you and to socialize with them, to put this group together so that they would get to know somebody else who's now important to him? Not only in social situations, but just when you're out and about, check in on his language and his body language. Does he seem really comfortable with you? Does he put his arm around you and make you feel safe in situations? Is he a gentleman where he'll help you with your chair or help you with put your coat on? Are those things that are important to you? Those little extra things for some women make them feel special, and that's something that they do want in their future next partner, spouse, their special somebody. They're the one. And then I said regular language too. How does he refer to you to other people, and how does he talk about your future? Are there plans in the making? Is he thinking in terms of long term by the things he says? Because that would make you feel more comfortable moving to that next stage where you could start to consider him as a long-term partner and know that you're on the same page moving forward. Does being around him make you feel confident, and does it make you feel seen? Do you think that he isn't making excuses for things you say or trying to change your mind, but is he accepting you for who you truly are and making you feel comfortable and confident in sharing your thoughts, your feelings, and your opinions with him? If somebody makes you feel heard and like your opinions and your thoughts are valuable, that's a great sign that things could move forward with this person. That is something you do want in a partner. And finally, I wanted to mention, if he's the one, are you thinking that means soulmate? Because I'm not thinking soulmate. I'm not a huge fan of the idea of soulmates, but I realize that many people, most people are thinking that soulmates is real. Soulmates are a thing. And I'm not a fan. There's a whole video about why I don't love the idea of soulmates. I think it doesn't set you up for long-term success in that relationship unless you make quite a few adjustments for knowing that person is your soulmate. If you believe in soulmates and you think you found yours, please check out that episode. I'll put it at the end here too, at the end of the episode. But not only that, not only do I think that there are pitfalls to considering somebody your soulmate, but also I think there are many people that could be a future partner, could be the one, that you could live a happy, committed relationship with this person, long-term, long-lasting, perhaps forever, till death do you part even, maybe. And I think that if he's the one, great. If all of these things line up and you feel all these positive things and none of these negative things, this person could be the one. But also know that there could be other ones too if this one isn't the one. I just wanted to leave you with that positive note. I'd said to my daughter at one point, I mean, seriously, I said, there are probably 20 guys within 10-mile radius of you that you could meet and fall in love with and raise a family with and have a happy life. It's not that there's one person. It's who's willing to put in the effort and prioritize the relationship every day and continue watering it as you would a plant or a garden to keep it growing and prospering and all that. And if you found the one, that's awesome. But know that there are plenty of, now to switch metaphors, plenty of fish in the sea. So make sure all these things align well so that you know you've got a great foundation for a long-term happy relationship with this person. I hope you found some of these helpful or at least interesting. If you did, please give the episode a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe and then hit that ring bell, then you'll be notified every time I upload a new episode, and that would be great. We could hang out again sometime soon. I'll look forward to that, and until next time, have a good one.